Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne once again. It is Friday, Q&A Part 7, Part 2. Thanks once again for tuning in. Stand by. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. We bid you a good day. Let us continue that of Rita. Right.
This is from Sup, my name is it possible to change our physical appearance, literally, like perhaps become taller or have thicker eyebrows, to one that we really prefer and is more representative of who we choose to be in the moment?
Yes, depending on how you're choosing yourself to be. If you're looking at yourself from the standpoint of now as lack, then you're feeding the mirror lack, and you're trying to become something else. Trust that your higher self has the perfect body image that your conscious self would be in perfect love with, because the higher self is you. So it knows you like you know you. But you have a filter in front of it that says if I had thicker eyebrows or if I was taller, that would reach me to a particular status of acceptance by others in the mirror as being whatever your mind is saying it's going to do for you. A, B, or C. Doesn't matter. So if you want to go to there, then trust and love this now, who you are. You are enough, you're perfect, you're gorgeous, you're God. So if you take that standpoint and allow it, you will notice changes in yourself. And sometimes, well, there are different timeline shifts that you do change body weight, body height, body size, as far as the the appearance of you for particular ideas in a moment, but you don't remember those. But that does happen. And if you love yourself, you'll get to that idea, frequency of yourself that, let's say, is perfection. Truly. Making sense? Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Roxy's boobs. She wants the bigger boobs. She's not happy with the size that she has. Okay? Mosquito bites. So she wants, place dick here kind of boobs. That kind of thing. She has that. But then she went through it. After she went to the doctor and got the estimate, things like that, and was feeling it out and excited, and then it didn't play out. So she trusted in the now, and then it shifted. So it shifted in her that the beauty of herself now is perfect. And if it comes, it will be that. But now she won't be wanting it to come or needing it to come to appear to herself that kind of idea. When the boobs come, if they come, that she chooses, she'll be perfect with it then as an expression of experience for herself. Because she's God, so she makes herself feel yummy. But the idea of lack was projecting in some aspects with her idea of not having him yet. She worked through that and poof, she's happy with herself now. Same idea with you, Donna. Go ahead.
Okay, this next one is from Ainsley, and okay, in an older energy I made friends that turned against me, friends who were jealous.
They never turned against you.
Now I'm spiritual and have a hard time trusting others in friendships.
Because you put your expectation on those people to perform in a certain way, to be your friend, and when they went out of the construct according to the vibration that you were projecting, you're pissed at them. And now you don't trust them. There's no them. It's you.
So it continues now that Ainsley is spiritual.
Ainsley's never not been spiritual.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's about spiritual perfectionism and being perfect at creating reality and judging everything if, like a system of reward, a paradigm of reward and punishment if
Sure.
if Ainsley is not creating right.
Right.
Okay, yeah. And what is this about?
Well, it's about your idea of what reality is. It's about your idea of trying to create perfection. You can't create perfection, Ainsley. You can't. Why? Because you're a fractal. Birthed and coveted illusion. Perfection is the now. That's what you're not seeing. See, you can't create out of that an idea of perfection because you're referencing and using the resources of fear in and of itself, lack in and of itself. What you want to do is realize that the now is already perfect. And it is. You're just not seeing it that way because you're measuring it against construct of what spiritual perfection is supposed to be, according to you. But your ideas that you're using are not yours. They're covet's idea beliefs from a past idea self, from another construct of illusion. Let go. Ainsley, you're perfect. You know it. Let it go. Watch what happens to you when you see the now as perfection. You're working on indifference and you're doing beautifully with that. And now, let's say, stop holding yourself hostage to a construct of someone else's idea of what it is to be spiritually perfect. Your individual singularities creating creation through your own free will. How can that be unperfect? It can't be, because all is unconditional love. Only to the eye of the beholder you are free will to perceive it, bend it, distort it into a frequency of judgment. And now you're reflecting to yourself, I'm the judge. Go ahead.
The next question is from One Blue Love, who says, I think I saw an alien spaceship a few days ago. Did I really see an alien
Yes.
spaceship? If so, why me? Why
not you? We said that in the other one. Why not you?
Yes.
Stop. Get over yourself. Why not? Little old me. What am I? You're fucking worthy. You're a god. Start loving yourself and say, oh, cool, alien ship.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with them. Nothing happens in the doubt. What did I miss? What did I do something wrong? Let it go. And say, cool. One vibration of interaction, understanding, expansion. Perfect. Go about your nows. Find the fun. And then, poof, it happens again. Relationship to reality. You get a little bit more comfortable with it. You have to accept it. Because if you accept it, they're not going to come down to you and say, hey, you need to come and join us. And you're like, fuck, I don't deserve it. You do. Be a god. It's all right. Because you are.
The next question is from Mark Z,
Hello, Mark.
who is seeking a deeper understanding of how to continue to be in the now and love myself unconditionally and observe the reflection of the mirror with divine indifference, and at the same time embrace, feel, and eagerly anticipate the manifestation of my desires.
Okay, eagerly anticipate, drop that right there because that's going to be lack. Because when you're rushing or putting an expectation on anticipations of what's supposed to come, then you're limiting in and of itself because once again you're fractalized. So let that go. The other three things that you mentioned were perfect. If you can be divinely interdifference, understand the now and be that. What was the third? Say them again.
How to continue to be in the now.
Be in the now.
Love myself unconditionally.
Love yourself. There it is.
And observe the reflection of the mirror with divine indifference.
Okay, divine indifference is your, let's say, feeling of it, your attachment of it. When you feel that emotional rise in you, the frustration, anything that takes you into the scale of polarity that gets you angry, frustrated, pissed, angst, whatever you want to call it, that's your indifference now to remember, which you will, because you are aware. And in that idea, you will be indifferent to the best self that you are. If you go off the deep end and get upset or engage in it and feed the fear, so what? But now you're that much more familiar with the now of that idea of yourself, of limitation. That in and of itself is more awareness of the depth of your own limitation, exposing it and healing it because you're allowing it to come up. Perfect. And then the next now, if it happens, you will be different without trying to be different. Don't force yourself. Don't look back in the now. Say, damn, I lost it. I had it good for a while. I was being indifferent. Then it just got too much and I fucking lost my mind. Awesome. That regretful idea of you looking at that is now awesome. Do not look at that as negative because that awesomeness is why you are able to say awesome now. You've evolved. And now you will approach the moment now differently because you have done that. It's all right. So that idea. How do you love yourself unconditionally? By not beating yourself up as for the actions that you do. By choosing what you want to the best self in the moment. I don't want to do that, but you force yourself to by giving into your guilt or responsibility or obligation, and it's not forcing in that way you're thinking, but you are choosing what you know you don't want, but you don't have the guts to do it, the worth to do it yet. So you do what you don't want to do anyway, and then as soon as you do it, you're pissed at yourself. That's when you love yourself and say, fucking A, now I see it more. The next time in the now it comes, I will choose myself, my unconditional loving self. You don't have to love yourself unconditional, for that's another construct. What you do is choose yourself, and that is unconditional, because you're choosing to love for yourself. And how do you stay now whenever it feels like time? Come back to the now. Here's the reminder. Is all this fears happening now? Nope. Okay. Yeah, but, limit. Yeah, but I know. Yeah. Is it now? Is it now? Is it now? Is it now? Any of the fears that are not happening now is time taking you out of the now. Bending time into a long, drawn out line. Instead of the arc of the now. Go ahead.
This is from Lucy L.
Dimensions?
Yes, fourth and fifth dimensions. How do we know if we're on the fifth? And when
You're not on the fifth dimension. You're not in the fourth density. You're in the third density, fourth dimension. That's where you are right now. If you're on a physical idea Earth, you're in the third density. You have a 4D approach to life, though. Becoming awake, becoming one, allowing others to be, working through your limitations, going to live on an Earth, a 4D vibrational Earth, but not a fourth density Earth. That's happening when the human species chooses to go. But in between that time, creating, in the reflecting of your Bible, heaven on earth for 1,000 years. To have a earth that everyone is harmonious, symbiotic, loving each other, allowing each other, watching the possibilities of each individual expression to bring forth their colors. Don't worry where you're at, because who the hell am I to tell you? Nobody. I'm a reflection. What I told you was an offering. You want to choose to be on 5D Earth, go there. If you have a physical body, from my standpoint, you're still on 3D Earth. In 4D Earth or 5th dimension. Just call it densities, guys. 4th density, 3rd density. Dimensions, you're adding 4D, 5D. You're adding redundancy, in a way. Go ahead.
This is from Race B.
Hey, Race.
This is a question for my higher self or a guide who can help me with my odor. I have been on the plant-based diet for a month and taking these supplements, milk thistle, chanca piedra,
Gesundheit, a whole bunch of stuff,
spirulina,
right?
chlorella, magnesium citrate, calcium citrate. Looking at my body, am I improving? If I stay in this regimen, what is the possibility of my odor going away within 1 to 2 months?
Okay, why are you on that regiment? Boom! Did you all feel it? Regiment, structure, system, limitation, box, outcome, achievement. I'm not good enough now. This is what I am. What do you perceive yourself now to be? Your future is not determined by your plant supplements. Your future is determined by your vibration, created in the now. And it feels like lack because you're trying to escape an image or create a idea structure out of something that perceived in time to solve the healing, solve the problem, to heal it in time. If it's your highest excitement, it will have no negative effects because it's joy. You cannot recognize joy as an idea of a angst, worry, frustration, pain, suffering, sorrow, fear. You can't, because it's joy. It is slipstream. It's what you are naturally. And then now if you're asking yourself this question and when you're doing the results, you're not achieving them. And the byproduct is your body is stinking it up to say, quit it. That's your telltale clue. Again, it's an offering. Take this vibration, not the details of the words. Feel the vibration. If it sings with your heart, then let go of the structure of that kind of a commandment that you bought into that was going to give you some kind of apparency in a future that would find and create a blissful life, which it already is right now. And that's what you're missing, because you got blinders on. Let them go. Let all constructs of limitation go. And they tell you in the moment, you know, dead nuts, right now, in the moment, if this is an idea of a structure of limitation. Because your discernment always tells you. You're just not believing it because the value in the idea of the limitation or escape or value of the self in self-love, worthiness, is not over, in your terms, the idea of the value of that construct to escape from this body and be in that body. But you are perfect. That's what you got to see. Relax and love yourself. Enjoy your life. Be what you want. Eat what you want. Do what you want every now. And the whole vibration of the mirror is fun, and you get that back. Period. Go ahead.
Okay, this one is from Vilu. I'm having out-of-body experiences during the night, and they
Awesome.
are started by intense
Love 'em.
energies going through my spine to my head.
Yep.
They can be pretty scary sometimes. I'm just trying to let it happen and not fight with it. When it ends, I usually feel goosebumps and warmth all over my body and head. Also, weird smells. What's this all about? Is something being transformed?
Okay, well, it's not being transformed. You're getting used to a relationship of a reality. The vibrational understanding on how to be in a physical idea in a different frequency of understanding, a different density, even the third density, but there are many levels to third density that you cannot see. They're just above your frequency range, that kind of idea. That astral idea, out-of-body idea, gives you familiarity with it. The smells are vibrations of that world that you're shifting to, that you're creating in. You may be still seeing the out-of-body experience and the recognizable idea of your earth that you understand in here and now, although you can't vibrationally see yet what the world looks like in that vibratory state of being. You're just getting used to yourself. Now, yes, it is scary, but that's why you take it easy on yourself. You don't give yourself too much. And now when you're coming back, you feel goosebumps, happy, exciting, wonderful. So why question it? It's awesome. You're questioning it is because, do I deserve it? Is this really real? Am I worthy of having this? That kind of idea. And then what's it going to do for me? Well, how about this? What it just did for you. A new experience. But your systems of structure that say interaction of ideas need to have a meaning that is valuable enough for them to be worthy of me having that experience. And that's what you're missing, baby. In and of itself, it was fucking awesome. And you're having fun. Now let it evolve into what it's going to evolve into by yourself allowing it in the now, and watch yourself shift into this new idea of out-of-body experiencing, realize it, and then having the ability is a better way to say it, to be able to move around in that density, which is this density, but just out of range of most humanity's idea, and you'll see what else is in your here and now. Have fun. Get excited. Good stuff on that one. She's going to have a blast. Go ahead.
This is from Soru Fleet.
Mm-hmm.
Octopuses. They're so cool. Could you tell us anything about them that we wouldn't know about them? Their genetics, where they're from, intelligence.
They're from Earth. They're smarter than shit.
Yeah. Is there a difference in experience and perception to us? And
of course.
Anything cool you could share?
Well, pretty much what you guys are experiencing now that scientists have turned their scopes down into the sea instead of mainly focusing on the space race, they're seeing the beauty of creation on Earth, and octopuses is just one awesome freaking creature that evolved through its own experience of itself, just like 3D Earthlings are evolving and they're experiencing, and you guys got to the wake-up idea. 2D beings, and that's self-awareness, they are self-aware now, but they're not quite a collective yet, much like your elephants and your whales and your dolphins and mermaids and such, and that kind of idea. So they're individuals, and what you know about them is pretty much all you need to know about them right now, and let the story continue with them. They're a beautiful, beautiful freaking creature. They're smart as shit. They're just brilliant. But we're still working in a frame of reference of understanding frequency vibration. Their intake is different than what you will perceive as a human. And even when you go and be an octopus, you'll still perceive it your way, and the other octopuses won't perceive it the same way, just like you guys on Earth are doing the same. Go ahead.
This is from Christania Julian Ra. My amazing friend Peter transitioned on my son's 4th birthday, December 31st, 2014.
Okay. Wait home. Awesome.
When you issued the call for mediums, I immediately thought of him. Question, how is he?
Wonderful.
I would love to connect with him more.
Then call him.
What does he have to say about life on the other side?
Well, there's not life on the other side. There's life. Okay, death. Ready? Death is life. Death is life. Because death is an experience. It's never an absence of life. On the other side, there's a billion other sides in one fractal moment. And then there's another billion right after that, and another billion right after that. He's good. So there's not the other side. What they do, once again, is they coalesce the life on Earth. Spend how much time they want to do reviewing that life and then choosing their next adventure. He did not come back. He went on to the spiritual world. He is in a density, 4th density now, and the rest is up to you. Call his name, because everything is here and now. It's only your limitations that don't let the, let's say, words come in because you don't trust this idea imagination. You're friends with them vibrationally, just like you're friends with me. We go way back. You and Rita go way back. You and Angel go way back. You and your mother, you and the stranger. You know the clerk across the street? The one at the 7-Eleven? Guess what? A very long friend. You have connections to everybody. So in that idea, say hello and listen. Trust and allow. And if it doesn't have it happen in your way, then you're expecting. It'll happen when? In the now. And that now will be perfect when you know, say, hey, what's up, babe? And start speaking him and let him tell a story. We're all the time having conversations, guys. All of us. Always in dialogue. Tune yourself in. Go ahead.
Okay, the next one is from Tiffany C.
Tiffany.
I have a question about why autistic people are here and what is their mission for humanity.
They do not have a mission.
My daughter has autism, and I would like to know if there's a particular reason for certain people to be parents of autistic children.
You chose it. That in and of itself, you're looking at yourself as a, why did I choose this? You chose the experience of allowing an idea, new way of seeing idea Earth, not real new, but in memory of humanity in this now, as far as their medicine diagnosis go, autism is new, but very much not new. And it's the experience of the child. The child gets to see reality as you don't. They're way more telepathic because they're not interested in language and a lot of ideas. So they see and feel way differently, and that, as a human, is a new experience. And you, as a human, are feeling your limitations, fears, hopes, escapes, dreams, pities, everything you're going through with this idea to give yourself that experience so you can see unconditional love within you. By what? Seeing the limitations within you. Truly. Oh, yes. Love this idea. You chose it. You just simply chose it because that's what you wanted to experience as a way to vibrate inside of you things that upset you. And those upsetness in one fashion is the idea of being a parent of an autistic child and going through the structures and the rigors of that. However, know this. It is an effortless journey. You're just listening to other than yourself on how to raise and be slipstream in the interactions with your child. They are not defenseless. They need no protection. They are gods. Every world is there. It's a bubble. And don't fear what is happening outside of the world for your child's future. But then you only vibrate that into your child as a valid idea, receivable frequency from the coveting parent, you. Go ahead.
This is from Lorraine N.
Hi, Lorraine.
I started channeling about 4 weeks ago.
Awesome.
Still getting used to it. Would like to know, how do you know when someone different wishes to speak?
They'll be in your mind saying, hey, I'm here. It's as simple as that. Trust every moment in the now. Don't reach out. You'll maybe, Roxy used to get, before the channeling, the introduction from O, higher self, for in your case, it says, hey, we got Mother Mary going to come in. You ready to channel her? Well, yeah, okay, good. And that's it. And then she'll be there in the now when you're going to channel, whenever that now is. It's just an introduction to give you a heads up on what vibration is going to come in. But don't look for other than. A lot of people start to channel the idea of their selves. And that's where more and more conscious channelers are going. Roxy started out with the Parisians, worked her way into Ocyphius, found me and a couple other ideas. So she's an open channel, she gets a lot of ideas. Where's Roxy going? To Roxy land. That's where she's going to be. Roxy the channeler. That kind of idea. Because she's God. So in that idea, a lot of channelers are coming online, and these nows are channeling their higher self. But that's not good enough. Because your higher self isn't God in your mind. Otherwise you would have no fears channeling you the fractal, because you the fractal is God and working through the limitations. So you look for an outside source, much like you look for a guide instead of following your intuition of your own mind. You look for an outside source as another vibration. Is there someone else that I can feel that I'm really channeling? When the simple fact is when you started a channel and you are channeling, then you say, yes, I am channeling, and that's the end of it, because there's no one that can tell you different except yourself. Rock and roll. Trust the now.
This is from Lauren W. I would like to ask you how to get over being upset with, looking at, and living in a country with not many opportunities for people of color. Where I live, there are no black teachers or any people of color represented in schools or high-paid positions.
Is that your job to fix that? That's it right there. That's what you're trying to get over, the anger, is because you have a construct in your mind that black people should be this, or they should be this, and they should be, and they should be. We know that. But you're holding on to it as a lackful idea, and that's why your anger maintains. When you are indifferent about this idea and just allow it to be what it is in the now through everyone free will choice, then you will get what exactly will you want in your mirror. Because right now you're telling the mirror anger, frustration, it should be, they can, they should. And there you go, right now, there it is. Master slave. I got to do it my way. They need to do that. And you may not be going out to preach them, but your vibration affects everything. Don't think for 1 second that your vibration is not rushing into everyone long before you fucking get there. Your vibration is the co-creation of now, followed by the idea, thought, and then your idea, detailed words and such like that. So if you're in a country that you're not happy with, A, you can move. But if you need to hold there and fix things, then you're considered reality to be broke. So now you're creating for yourself, individually, singularity, for yourself, a broken reality. Be indifferent. Let it go. Find your joy. Because now you'll feed that country, in your space-time location of choice, love. And that spreads like wildfire, much like fear does too. Because it's the power of what you are, God. I'm going to feed it fear, or I'm going to feed it love. But love is difficult because you're so used to fear. And love seems to take a time because you gave yourself a construct of now, 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 I need it now, hurry, 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 expectation, expectation. And the idea doesn't seem to be working because you were structured in an idea of outcome, in time, goal setting. Has it happened yet? What's going on with? Why hasn't it happened? It must not work. Let's shift again and use the same constructs of limitation again, and then you get the same old song and dance with a whole bunch of new details. Or you love your world. You allow your world. All those that are in charge in your mind that you're, let's say, pissed at, are gods. I'm going to let you sink that in for a second. Because they are. You're judging a vibration called the fractal. But if the God would peek through and goes, hey, it's just me, the God up here, how you doing? You would have a whole new view of that fractal. And then you would realize they are free will choice that chosen an idea of separation to find their find their way home through each other's love. And since they've been getting fed fear, and there's no vibration of change in their reality, a lighthouse, a dragon, then why would they change? They're just changing the details according to the vibration of their self-worth. So, Where's the dragon in their life? You. How do you be the dragon? Be love. Choose yourself in the moment. Walk away from what you choose not. Do what you choose despite the fears or others' indiscretions about it. And just walk your walk. You own your reality. Be the vibration of love. And that idea, world that you live in, changes. One world doesn't have the idea of teachers that are black. Your world does. Because it's your beautiful world for you. But don't fear the structures of someone fucking someone over. Because that's what continues it. Trust that. Go ahead.
This is from Ivana G. Each of us was born in a different place in a different type of family, which is how we start seeing the world around us, giving us a starting point to create our reality.
Sure.
A person born on an isolated island with a loving surrounding will have a different worldview than someone
Absolutely.
born in a wealthy family in a civilized world, or a person born to a dysfunctional, abusive family that gets abuse. How is it chosen who will be born where, when, and to whom?
Well, it sure as hell ain't someone else. That question, think about it again. How is it chosen? Always you. The individual chooses the experience for that idea. Upon review of the life, if you're looking at your life and you worked yourself out in these limitation factors, you coalesced them, but you didn't even notice these limitation factors that were in the idea of vibration humanity as a construction of limitation. So you set up the probable idea of all these idea probabilities to feel that limitation within you. You will covet it at birth, in that idea growing up, and then you will give yourself opportunities to understand them upon your idea of view of yourself. So you choose that, and you choose all the people in your reality, that idea as a probability to understand. And there's one possibility you may even run across this part of it. Another possibility you won't. Another possibility you kinda. Another, see, it's all free will choice at the fractal. So we really don't know where we're going to go. You know, we have some ideas. If we're born into a wealthy family, we can play out all the probabilities of free will choice in that, because we do in the now. But if you're over here in a dysfunctional family, we don't know exactly where it's going to go, but we have an idea. And those are the ideas that we want, the higher self wants to coalesce within itself to, let's say, allow the human species to ascend itself. However, the idea behind it for you is the experience of limitation in that idea. So you choose your parents, the idea of that. We all get together, says, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And just think about it. Say, Rita says, okay, Rita's higher self, and Roxanne says, okay, when I wake up, you're going to come over and you're going to hang out with me. Is that cool? And let's see what happens. Yeah, you're going to hang out with me and we'll become this and that. And here's how it's going to play. Awesome. Okay, and then Jen comes into the life, and then Angel comes into the life, and everything worked out. And we played up and set all those probabilities. Now, on different timelines, they didn't occur. Roxy didn't wake up. Roxy didn't transition. Roxy became a channeler, but went off in a different direction, that kind of idea. There's a whole bunch of probabilities, but this is the here and now that she is, and she freaking loves it because she's choosing herself. You do the same and watch how your world changes to show you what's limited in you that you have chosen for the life that you gave yourself as a probable outcome. And in that, you will enrich yourself. Oh yeah, true. Have fun. Don't worry about how it's chosen. It just simply know you chose it. Go ahead.
This is from Natakla. I'm an artist, aren't we all? Specifically a classical musician. I feel with every part of myself that music and composition is my calling.
Love it.
Yet I don't have the motivation to actually practice.
Then don't practice.
What should I do? I don't want to quit my passion, but I have lost the drive.
Time. I don't want to quit my passion. That in and of itself is, I don't want to quit my passion. Why is my passion needing to be quit? Is there something wrong with my passion? There's a structure. I'm supposed to practice my passion. No, you're not. You do what you want in the now, and all else is taken care of. But you're putting a construction. This is my passion, but my passion is supposed to be in this idea of what I learned in the past. Practicum. I must practice, practice, practice. If you don't want to practice, then don't practice. Where's it going to go? You don't know, but you fear because your belief system in the idea of becoming a musical idea, composer or perfection of that, has an outcome if you don't perform to the standards of what you bought into. Let me ask you a question. If your passion is pure passion, then I know you will never give a fuck where it goes. So now here's the question. Is it your passion? Or is it a construct of an outcome that you're hoping will give you a life of ease? Maybe achievement. Maybe to be part of something. When you create that yourself by following your joy. If it is your passion, then take off the blinders of expectation of what it's supposed to do for you in any space-time now other than the now, and the now is always presented, so you never really need to know. So in that idea, play it out in passion. When there is no desire in the moment to do that, then don't. Don't and follow your joy other than. You hold yourself regimented to a process, limit yourself. Let it go, doll. Go ahead.
This is from Blue Sun.
Hello, Blue.
My twin sister and I decided to focus our frequency on love, gratitude, and excitement in order to shift from the version of us with alopecia and excess weight.
Stop. In order to. I have to do this in order to do that. We've decided to shift our frequency. You can't decide to do that. That's time and construct. That's a process. That's a time process to achieve an outcome. Continue. We'll get back to the rest. Keep going.
In order to, from alopecia and excess weight to our preferred version of full hair and slimness.
Okay.
The first week went well because even though our circumstances were still the same, we were enjoying focusing on our preferences only. But the second week was about us crashing down vibrationally out of the blue.
Didn't crash down. Just realized more limitations within you and you interpret it as going down, which you never do. Go ahead.
We understood that some negative thoughts and feelings were coming to the surface for us to let them go.
Perfect.
So we did just that and went up vibrationally, only to crash down again.
Yes. Wow.
Can you offer any information
Yes.
and clarity for us to easily hold on to our faith, trust, and feeling greatness?
Okay, you can't hold
Blah, blah,
on to
blah.
your faith. No one's going to take it away from you, and it certainly doesn't try to escape from you. Okay? And let go of the word faith, just like hope, it implies doubt. It's giving yourself up to a higher construct. Trust is the preferred vibration. So if you trust your nows, and here's what it is. Okay, you trust your nows, yourself. You can't lose any of the faith and stuff you were talking. You want to maintain that because it's all done now. You're just decorating this entire conversation with time. Trust that. Now, here is the whole vibration. Is because you covered up the vibrations with the excitement of that, let's say, perceived idea that it's going to work. You were pumped up. It's kind of like affirmations. I live in a big house. I am more spiritual. I am rich. I am wealthy. That's all bullshit if you don't fucking believe it. And it never is an idea of theory because that's what it is. It's got to be done in experience, guys. It's got to be done in the now of choice in order to do that. And you take yourself seamlessly to the big house, to the cars, to the money, to anything that you want, but you got to get out of your way. So here's what it is right now. You guys don't think yourselves are beautiful. You don't think you are enough. You conjure yourself in mind that you are not beautiful in a reflection. So who the fuck are you telling? The mirror. So the mirror is saying, oh, you've got an overweight problem. Guess what? Poof, you're overweight. You've got an idea of losing your hair. Poof, you're going to continue to lose your hair. And the vibration is going to be that, but the vibration is what we want you to recognize. Shit, why am I still feeling this? Because that's what you are. But you think you need to escape from it or get away from it. What you need to do is say, fucking A, I'm vibrating that. Why? Because I'm choosing to view myself that way and that is lackful, so therefore I get that in the mirror in the now. That's how it works. The now creates the future. You are starting from a lackful point of view. You want to become what you are not. How do you do that? By loving what you are in the moment. You gotta love this person right now. The human is such a badass, such a god, so gorgeous, so beautiful. But you perceive yourself. You're having an experience of an idea of overweight. When you're done with it, love it, and it'll be gone, if that is your joy. Trust yourself, but if you are holding yourself, once again, in measurement to someone else's construct of what beauty is, how the fuck and how many, let's say, hoops do you need to keep jumping through to make yourself feel good to others? When all you gotta do is love yourself. And all of that goes away, child. Because you love yourself and there's nothing except that back in the mirror. So you can never even perceive lack because you're whole again. Truly. Go ahead.
This is from Nancy H. And it's about ringing in the ears. The medical community.
What's going on with it, right?
Yeah. The medical community has no answer for it other than as a medication side effect. However, she hasn't been taking any meds, and she's still got it.
We said it before, yeah. You're waking up. It's tuning into frequencies. The more you allow yourself, by losing the limitations, vibrate at your more natural state of being, which you already are. That is just covered up by beliefs, and you can't really feel all of you yet, but you're letting go of that, so your vibration apparency seems to raise up, but truly it's just exposing what's already there. So you tune into different frequencies. Some are just big high left pitch in the ear. Look around. What's going on? Maybe there's something there for me to notice. Maybe it's tuning in, listen, nothing's presented, let it go. It's you getting used to different frequencies. There's really a gambit of things going on. So concern yourself with no one idea except you tuning in to all that is in the nows more and more, and be excited. That in and of itself is enough. Don't take that logical mind and construct to try to make it better. I have ringing in my ears. What's it supposed to mean? Let me go and research the shit out of it. And then you're looking for reasons why you're gifting yourself with a new experience. Listen to that again. Gifting yourself with a new experience. Stop trying to categorize everything to fit that nice little world of safety and security. We do not have that in the unknown, for it is not needed because the unknown is unconditional love. So why would we put constructs of knowing in the unknown? We don't. We are now. Trust it. Go ahead.
This is from Symmetry. What are the things I learned and experienced as a human throughout my human lifetimes on this planet?
What didn't you learn? You woke up. You've learned pretty much everything there is to learn. It's really not learning, it's just experience. You can call it learning though. You've been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lifetimes. Hundreds of thousands of lifetimes in your matter. So I can't name them all. But if you want to know, go into your head. Pick an idea. They're all right there. You already know, yeah, of course. Pretty much everyone's got an Egyptian life. In one Egypt or another, an Atlantean, a lot of you Lemurians, of course. But you can also look at other ideas and live those lives out in here. You can project right into them. All you got to do is follow this. Like Ocyphius said the other day, creation, roadmap, right here. It'll take you where you need to go. Okay, I have an Egyptian life. Okay, higher self, let me know. And then see what you see. Go into the Egyptian life. You see yourself now, right? What is that? Brown? A brown idea dress? Hat? You see it? See the rope? Look down at your shoes. You see your sandals, Thatch, aren't they? You're a little bit dirty. You have a little satchel hanging off. You're walking. You notice the child next to you, do you not? Now it's in your hand. That is your child. You are walking to the market. The child is holding a bag. The bag made of what? Cloth? Satchel? That kind of idea? And now that's enough. Now go and play. And know that life. From day one to the end if you choose. Have fun. And that goes for all of them. Truly. Go ahead.
This is from Gina R.
Hi, Gina.
A few weeks ago, I woke up suddenly around 3:30 a.m. and I saw a young baby about 2 months old. The baby was wrapped in a blanket floating above my knees and its eyes were shut. I checked the clock and the baby was still there, but it was not a dream. When I looked back, the baby faded and an old woman appeared. My heart was beating extremely hard and I had to put my hands over my heart. I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. She looked to be about 90 years old. I closed my eyes and 30 minutes later they were gone. Could you please explain why this was shown to me and what the message is behind it?
Okay, well, let's not look for a message. And let's not look why. Why are you guys so freaked out? All of you guys, so many people, we monitor humanity, the collective up here. And all the fractals want to know when this is going to happen. When do I get this kind of experience? I wish I had that kind of experience. And as soon as they get it, they fucking ask why. Stop asking why, guys. Because why neglects your own choice. Those are your realities for you. Accept them. Accept them. Because the reasons why are directly related to worthiness. Maybe you even have a structure. I'm supposed to do something with this. And if I don't, I will fail myself. So you're putting responsibility on yourself because you got this awesome thing and now you're saying, what should I do with it? And I will miss out if I don't know how. Well, you're a freaking fractal. We don't do that to you. We give you just experience for vibrational filling of the soul in that idea. To give yourself experience of furthering yourself. The expression gets to fill itself. So you have a child that's floating above you. What reality was that? Then it turns into an old lady. What reality was that? You. That was your birth and your death. You're seeing yourself in the beginning of the end because you're coalescing yourself as a whole unit. Don't be shocked. Doesn't mean death. Doesn't mean anything bad. Get that shit out of your head. Let it go. Love yourself now and say, holy cow, I just saw myself in the birth and the end of this idea. How exciting. And let it unfold from there. Patience, Jedi. Let the unknown unfold itself to you effortlessly because you are God. But those conjuring constructs of logic doom up behind you and they whisper in your ear so gallantly and say, oh, you better need to know. You got to figure this out. Don't fuck this up. This is too awesome. Yeah, why did you get it? Are you worthy? I don't know. Why? Why little old me? Who the fuck am I? You are God. Go ahead.
This is from Liliana R.
Liliana.
I would like to know about something that happened during a deep meditation.
Okay.
I closed my eyes and I saw a grid. Then I got into a tunnel. I think it was a wormhole and I felt that I was flying very fast through the tunnel. I saw a light at the end of the tunnel and I felt that I had to reach the end of the tunnel. I flew and flew for a short period of time through the tunnel and the closer I got to the light, the happier I felt. Then
The
suddenly...
closer I got to the light, the happier I felt. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is so simple right there. Vibration, not details. It felt fucking good getting close to your light. You're finding yourself. You're going home. Go ahead.
Then suddenly I felt very, very happy. I expressed gratitude to the Creator for the opportunity to be on
yourself. To the Creator is giving homage to yourself. You are the Creator, the all or one or all. Don't discount that. Go ahead.
I stayed in this state of being for quite some time. I never
Beautiful.
reached the end of the tunnel because I remembered I had to come back to my body.
Choice.
Then I flew back and I came back to my body thinking how grateful for my life and our planet.
Perfect.
I have tried to do it again, but I have not been able to.
Because you're trying.
Yes.
You're forcing. Get out of your own way and allow it now. Even if it happens once, it's enough. Because once you experience, you want more, but you will get more, but as soon as you try to get more, that's when you slow it down and keep it on the outskirts. How's Rob here? Doing good? He's a lot of energy. Did you give him his baba?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is from a Yaka.
AYCCA or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
A few years ago, I dreamt of a being that was about 3 feet tall, looked a lot like an Ewok, but with feathery skin. She showed me a tree with a red flower growing on a branch and a blue flower on a branch on the opposite side.
Red pill, blue pill.
I
Your
then-
interpretation.
I then realized I was dreaming and flew straight up into a purple cloud. A few weeks later, the being turned up in another dream, and I
Purple
was
cloud.
so happy to see her. I would like to know who she is.
She's you. Simple in and of itself. You have the idea, the red and blue is your fascination with matrix, representation, that ideal world that you can choose to go into, the rabbit hole, Alice in Wonderland idea. And you chose that, and that's why she came back again, because you allowed it. You were, let's say, fascinated, but truly you didn't rush it, you didn't try. So you allowed it, and she introduced herself again. She's a fractal of you from your, well, call it oversoul if you want to. And that idea of an experiential 3D being that living in that idea picture that you saw. It is a being that is one of the known beings, but only to very, very few on the human collective as a whole. And they are just another introduction of that species. Interact with them and tell your story about it. Truly. It's very exciting. Go ahead.
The last one is from Tiffany.
Yeah.
What's up with Tiffany?
What's up with Tiffany? That's the question?
Yes.
We know. All right, Tiffany. You've fallen in love. Construct of love. Because love is unconditional. And when I give my love, I don't try to give my love. But since you gave your love, you've conditioned your love. Because that's how you view yourself. I did this, and they're not giving me this. I'm conditioning, so you're receiving conditioning. That's what it is, Tiff. Is he going to create you? Before you met him, was your world completely different? Did you rely on yourself? And then you took a chance and you gave your trust to an entity? And that entity betrayed you, and now you have to go back to this woeful idea because you pinned all your hopes and dreams on this one magnet of love, when truly that magnet of love was you. You put conditions on it. And as soon as that entity, through free will choice, no longer lived to the box that you created in your mind what he should do, and then he went outside the box, you feel lack, you feel anger, you feel mistrust, you feel empty, and you're scared shitless because you don't have a job. You don't know where it's going to happen. And all you have to do is say, damn, I did do that. And allow the now, and walk away. Go about your nows. If the interaction continues, do it in indifference. Allow it. Say, yes, absolutely. But as soon as you conjure up lack, then you push in your eyes that entity away. As soon as you allow yourself to love yourself by knowing that you are enough and all your nows are pure perfection, then that entity comes back. Because the entity recognizes love in himself. And of course, they're scoping and loving you. But don't bring that little hope, let's say, train in right now. If you avoid them, they'll come back. You're not avoiding. You're loving yourself. And when it comes back and you see hope that it might happen again, and then now, once again, you're pinning those tendrils of hope upon that entity to complete you. When the whole message is, Tiffany, you are your own God, your own self. Choose yourself, love yourself, allow yourself, and definitely, most certainly, do not rely on another to make you whole, because you can't. You're a fractal mirror. Make the mirror whole, and of course your life will be whole, and there will be no lack within it. And then you attract the lover that is unconditional. And that lover may or may not be the same entity that you've pinned your hopes and dreams upon, and giving them a structure of burden. And when they no longer want to live up to their burden, then they rip themselves up inside, although Mike is not that kind of an idea. He doesn't show or wear his emotions on his sleeve, he harbors them within. And he rips himself up with the guilt inside, so don't think for one iota of a second he's not reflecting, he's the cold-hearted son of a bitch that you think he is. That he can just be cold-hearted and walk away and, oh, you were never fucking in love with me, quote. In that idea, he was. He's finding himself in himself, much as you are. So if two entities can allow themselves to be themselves full naked with another and be honest with yourself, whether the outcome is that of a nature of staying together or not, then evolution occurs at such a rapid pace that you cannot put time on it. Allow him to be. Find your nows. Go about your nows. Be your own world, as if he's not there in that way of a construct of completion, reliance. He's just an entity being a buddy, a friend, a pal, a stranger in the night. Choose what you will, but do not put hopes and dreams and faith and trust upon another. And then you will only see your own limitations, and you are just merely interpreting those limitations as lack for them, blame on them, instead of taking your own position in life and looking at yourself and seeing the limitations within for experience, expansion, journeying home to God that you are, and then allowing humanity to see a new reflection of love and that of you, truly. Is that it?
That's it.
Good shit. Bravo!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Q&A number 7.
Awesome.
Awesome. Next slide. All right, guys. Hey, we'll see you Wednesday. Is that it? I thought I had something more to say. Good shopping. Got a new top. All right, guys. I love you all so much. Thanks for coming, Rob Bear. Thanks for all. Love you.